everybody. Welcome to the Wild Women Enchanted studio. We're here today. We're talking about the 9 Wild Women superpowers. And today we're talking about, in this episode, the superpower of creativity. I'm Elizabeth McLeod. I'm founder of Wild Women Enchanted and author and illustrator of the Wild Women Mystery Cards and student and teacher of all things magical.
I love that. Oh my God. I'm Sarah Sahota and I'm a speaker and a life artist.
And I love that. With one stroke of the brush. And we're going to talk about that right now, actually.
Yeah, we are.
Because we are going to be talking about the superpower of creativity. And this is the superpower when you're so in love with something that makes you happy to do it, to be in it, make it, birth it, or simply be it. You have heard of shapeshifters, and perhaps you are somewhat like that. Creativity is a shapeshifter. With one stroke of a brush, the canvas shifts and changes.
Wild Woman can change herself and feed the world with her creativity. It's almost like creativity is a being herself, as being creative naturally gives back all that is given and more. Wild Woman exists as creativity exists and knows she must keep in the flow to keep it turned on, and that she must tend to it regularly.
You know, I remember writing this and feeling, that sort of it pulling down into the roots.
Yeah.
It's like creativity brings us into our roots and feeds that very ground that we walk on.
Absolutely.
And without it, we die.
Yeah, well, a part of us dies for sure. It's almost like, if the movie wasn't being created by the producer, you'd just be looking at the snow screen, right? And that's kind of how life can get. It's like...
That's an awesome example. I love that.
Creativity, when applied to life itself, is the number one, the understanding that anything's possible, that we're a blank canvas, that life is a blank canvas, that our day is a blank canvas, our moment, that our language is a blank canvas. And creativity is the superpower to choose in the moment what's being created.
Absolutely. And while you're talking, it's like choosing the moment what is created. I think of this whole card set, what you see behind me, all the artwork and the cards that we work with. It started on a set of stones. Mm-hmm. Just one little stone. I created the silhouette of a woman and put it on. I never knew it would become this.
Yeah.
It was all a piece of creativity that started. We shapeshift when we create. We shapeshift into something else. We become the shaman of our life.
Yes.
And then when we are the shaman of our life, then that becomes the bridge from the mundane to the spiritual. It becomes the place that actually crosses over into something that can lift us into our soul and our spirit journey.
Yeah, because life inherently, while it is everything and nothing and a blank canvas, we tend to, as human beings, fill it with the monotonous or the redundant, the same thing. We do the routine every day. In that, what we don't realize is that we lose our creativity.
Well, we can, because we get into these patterns, and then we get into the treadmill, and then we get into the cruise control. Mm-hmm. And when we're doing cruise control, we become kind of dead to what's going on around us, and then we don't know why. We were doing something, for example, in our last other episode, I don't remember which one it was, but in the one called Resignation.
Yeah.
And what's the point? We can end up in that place because then we've lost this superpower inside of ourselves.
Yes.
Whatever that might be. It might be that your superpower is creative shoelaces on your shoes, and you just happen to wear shoes, and every time somebody sees you, you've got these really crazy super shoelaces.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And that shapeshifts you into what you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And it changes all the time.
Yeah, I often think of, I've referred to myself and many people that I know, yourself included, as a chameleon, which is like the shapeshifter. Yes. Like in every moment, being what's called for in the moment, which for me is creativity.
In Wild Women Mystery Cards, creativity is this particular card. And this card loudly speaks, make more mistakes in life, loosen up your creative senses, and call your imagination to soar. Celebrate mistakes, throw away perfection, fill up your creative self, and overload your creative senses so your imagination has no choice but to explode out of your volcano self and erupt all over the living room floor in drawings, paintings, drumming, cross-stitching, dancing, laughing, crying, loving, writing, and idea sharing with other wild women. We have to wallow in the urge to face life's difficulty with this abundant spirit and to fill it to the brim with the essence of who we are. This is what creativity is all about.
Absolutely.
Fill it to the essence of who we are.
Yeah, and daring.
Everywhere.
Daring to be imaginative and to live outside of the box and to show up, in every way, shape, and form that your inner being calls you to show up.
But let's say you're trying to find your creativity. Let's just pull a card really fast.
Transformation.
So
hold your heart.
Hold your heart, baby. Hold your heart.
Hold on to it. Listen to your intuition. Where is your creativity? Just right here, waiting to burst. What's needed? What's missing? What's your desires? What does your heart want? What's the thing you're most afraid of?
Yeah, and do that shape-shifting work, because, wild woman, you've got to do it. You've got to do it for yourself, and it feeds the world. Don't forget, we're all connected. And on that note,
namaste.
Namaste. We are one.
Yeah.
And we honor your path as you honor ours. And please comment below and let us know how you express your creativity in your life. Please subscribe below so you don't miss any more of these episodes. And click the link below in the description underneath the video to get your free download so you can choose in the moment what you want to create. So you can start shape-shifting right now in this moment. All right.
Thanks for being here.
Beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Bye.
Bye.